beside a man from Hollywood, California on a plane. He said he had rich and famous friends, yeah, he liked dropping names. I said, well, how'd it do? It's good for you. I dig a lot of those actors, but son, you ain't got a thing on me. See, I got friends with tractors. They'll grow your groceries, haul a load, pull you out, then fix the road. They're good at slowing speeders down when they pass through from out of town. I'll live out in the country, happily ever after. I got everything I need, 'cause I got friends with tractors. Come Friday night, we hit the woods, go bogging in our trucks. It's just about a guarantee some good old boy gets stuck. Where I come from, you can bet you buck, a mud hole ain't a factor. I'll sink mine to the floorboard, 'cause I got friends with tractors. And they'll grow your groceries, haul a load, pull you out, then fix the road. They're good at slowing speeders down when they pass through from out of town. I'll live out in the country, happily ever after. I got everything I need, 'cause I got friends with tractors. Yeah. I've been to fancy 5-star restaurants and I left there barely fed. They charged me for the water, the butter and the bread. That gourmet meal looked more to me like fish bait on a cracker. But I'll stay fat and happy, 'cause I got friends with tractors. And they'll grow your groceries, haul a load, pull you out, then fix the road. They're good at slowing speeders down when they pass through from out of town. We live out in the country, happily ever after. I got everything I need, 'cause I got friends with tractors. Yeah, I got everything I need, 'cause I got friends with tractors. Yeah. Yeah, man, talking about Internationals and John Deere's, Massey Ferguson's, whatever you got. We don't discriminate. Front end loaders, bush hogs, post hole diggers, need them, gotta have them. I believe I do know one actor. Is Larry the Cable Guy an actor? Oh well, he's got a tractor.
I see it's a predominantly Lutheran crowd. They're all in the back. 12 of these tractor rides, we've planned the route 2 to 3 weeks ahead of time, and we've never had to adjust. Not once have we had to adjust. It's set. That's where we're going until this year. We've had to deal with water, road construction, detours, gravel, busy roads, 2 different towns. It's just, I don't know what's going on this year. So as I was driving around the last 24, 48 hours, I'm thinking, I think Gary's playing with us. He's up in heaven and he sees God and he says, you got a second? I'd like to talk to you for a second. I don't know if you can do this, but it'd be really nice. I know it's going to be tough, but could you get it to rain maybe 5 to 6 inches in Worth and Winnebago counties? They need to have a little more battles to deal with. They need to be more like what we were as Navy seamen. We had to deal with water all the time. We had to deal with changing routes, the missions change, turn here, turn there. No, we got to go somewhere else. I think this tractor ride needs some excitement in it. Could you do that? And one final thing, if you could do that, could you make it really foggy on the day of the tractor ride? That would be great, because we're dealing with fog all the time at sea. Gary was in our tractor committee from the very beginning. He was our lead tractor in the FAST group. I had to constantly remind Gary of Twyla Larson's quote, "Gary, it's a ride, not a race." But he was always excited to keep moving. Maybe that was part of his being a proud Navy seaman. While this year's tractor ride is about honoring Gary and his family, we also wanted to honor all branches of the military, something we think Gary would have given a thumbs up. With that, we would like all veterans or current members of the military to rise and be recognized. If you would, please. We all thank you for your service. And we'd also like to thank the Lake Mills American Legion Post 235 for their participation today. A quote from former President Ronald Reagan: "Those that say we're in a time where there are no heroes, they just don't know where to look. The sloping hills of Arlington National Cemetery, with its row upon row of simple white markers bearing crosses or stars of David. Those markers add up to only a tiny fraction of the price that has been paid for our freedom." End of quote. Much closer to home in Minnesota, we have veteran cemeteries in Preston, Minnesota, Redwood Falls, and of course, Fort Snelling in Minneapolis. In Iowa, there are veteran cemeteries in Adel, Keokuk, and Van Meter. And of course, all the local cemeteries that we all visit year after year, and the cemetery right here at Winnebago Lutheran Church. Those are the places where a lot of our heroes lay. You can have the 4 daughters come up. We have the tractor ride and the, what's the organization again? The one organization. We're going to give each of them one of these quilts. From the tractor ride. That's where some of our money is going this year is the Quilts of Valor in Iowa. So,
Gary received his Quilt of Valor just before he died. So we thought that it would be fitting to be able to, since this is one of the organizations that the donations are going to, we thought it would be fitting for each of you to have one. So.
concludes our program up here. We can now exit to the tractor ride.